Hello, trucking friends. Happy Sunday night. I hope you all have something and had an amazing weekend, and that maybe you did something fun or, you know, had an adventure, right? We should all be going on adventures right now. I don't know where we would go, but doesn't that sound good to go on an adventure? So welcome everybody. I'm going to give you all a memento. Oops. Sorry, pushing wrong buttons. To get here, welcome. We are making a fun project tonight. I say that every night. I know. And then I say that every night, and then after I say it every night, I say that every night. I'm beginning to feel like a little bit of a broken record. Maybe I should write out like lines to say so that I say something new instead of the same thing every single night. Don't you wish sometimes that I would, you know, get a little creative and maybe, you know, have something new to say? Yeah. Hello, Nevada Nicole. Hello, Miss Cheryl. Welcome, everybody, to Sunday Night Trucking. Hello, Miss Carol. Welcome. Carol, we got stuff here that you need to come get. Or I need to figure out how to get to you. Maybe we could take a drive. Might be a good day to get out of the house. It's supposed to be super hot this week, I think. Are you guys hot where you are? I think it's supposed to be super hot. I gotta turn my, oh, it is turned off already. Awesome. So today, I wanted to create one more project with our Club Couture transfer, and I had a little fun with a product that I hate. Oh, that's a very strong word. A product I don't like very much. I'm not very fond of, therefore I don't use it very often. But today it kind of turned out really well, so maybe I'll have to reconsider. We'll see how it works, though. We haven't completely finished the project yet, so we will see how this works. We will see. Hello, Miss Amy Beth. Welcome. Hello, Linda Squared. Welcome, everybody. So tonight's project is our Club Couture transfer. We're going to use it one more time because I happen to really be in love with this Club Couture transfer. In case you haven't noticed, we've made it 3 times already, I think. Well, we made it... Maybe we only made it twice. We made it on this guy with our fun little half of a compass tag. Actually, we have only made it twice. And we made it on a really fun journal, which, you know, really, can you imagine getting lost in a journal? Oh, love journals. I don't write in them. I have nothing, I don't know. I love the idea of journals. I always have, but never ever write in one. Hello, Kristen. Must be glitter, Cheryl says. No, Cheryl, no glitter. Glitter, I will confidently say I am not fond of. Hello, Miss Tammy. Welcome. Yeah, there is, so before Chalk Couture, I had a very strict, well, I have a couple, okay, I guess I have a lot of rules in my house, but I have a very strict no glitter rule. I have used glitter since I started chalking, sparingly. But I do have a pretty strict no glitter rule. Glitter is just the gift that keeps on giving, and I'm not a fan. I like the way glitter looks. I just don't like the fact that it follows you around. In fact, there's that Facebook meme posty thing that goes around that says, you know, you used glitter once and it followed you around and you cleaned and then you moved and then you burned down the house and then you moved and it still followed you or something. I don't know. It's really funny. Hello, Miss Jen. Hello, Carrie. Welcome everybody. Okay, so for tonight's project, we're going to use the Club Couture transfer. But what I did was I took, and now it's stuck in my frame now, so now I got to get it out. I should have stuck it in here. There we go, I got it out. Okay, so I took a frame, and actually, Charlie may have decided to change the pictures in his room. And I just took the little, I mean, it had the cutest little truck. Look at this. Look at, I mean, come on. So he's 10. He doesn't want little trucks in his room anymore. So he got some, you know, more mature picture. Oh, I know. It's a Corvette poster from Uncle Chuck. He didn't want the little trucks, you know, the little cartoony trucks anymore. So he gave me the frames. Wasn't that nice of him? And we're going to use the frame from it. But what I did was I took one of these canvases. You know how oops, I'm sorry. I love these flat canvases. And I took, oh, you can't, I don't have all my cameras on. I took a map and I Mod Podged, I always say it wrong, Mod Podged it onto the canvas. So it's a super thin canvas. I love these canvases. I use these canvases often. You can chalk directly on them. You can watercolor on them. You can do all kinds of fun different things to these canvases. But I took a map, and if you can't tell, it's part of the state of Wisconsin. And I Mod Podged it onto the canvas, and we're gonna chalk over it, and then we're gonna embellish it possibly in a couple of different ways. But first I need to tell you a little bit about the product that we're gonna use. We're gonna use an amazing product called Chalk Couture. Chalk Couture is life-changing. That's all I gotta say. If you have never chalked, you need to go in the VIP group and figure out how to get your mini kit because chalking is so much fun. So much fun. And if you want to go in the VIP group, you can find out how to get a mini kit. There's an old post. I'll repost it tonight. But it's very easy to get a mini kit, so you can try chalking out. But you have to be in the VIP group in order to get it. So if you are not in the VIP group, you can comment, add me. I'll get you in the VIP group, and then you can see how it's very easy to get a Try Me kit. And you can, it's a little mini kit you can play with, because it really is as easy as it looks, and it really does turn out. If I can chalk, absolutely positively anybody can chalk. Trust me. Trust me. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Hello, Terry from Texas. We were just talking about Uncle Chuck and the Corvette poster that's hanging in my son's room, and he wanted to get rid of his cute little cartoony trucks. So he gave me the frame. So that's what we're using tonight. So that's how I have accomplished this. So Chalk Couture is a company that makes adhesive silkscreen transfers that are reusable. And that kind of is the key to me. If you've used your Cricut or your Silhouette cutting machine and you've cut out vinyl, I'll call them stencils, and you've painted and you've done those things, after you pick out all those little things, that's called weeding. When you cut it out and you gotta pick out all the little pieces of vinyl, that process is called weeding. After you do all that work and you stick it to your surface and you use it, you have to throw it away. As a Cricut user, I found that ridiculously annoying because that's a lot of work. So I found this amazing product where your transfers are reusable. So you can use them over and over again. Not only are they reusable, but you can use them with several different mediums. You can use them with our Chalkology paste. You can use them with our Couture ink. See, I made my t-shirt. You can use them with ink. You can use them with chalk. You can use them with foiling compound. You can use them with glass etching. They're really hard to hurt. So they survive a lot of different things. Tonight we're going to see how well they survive Mod Podge. I caught that, told Chuck, and he loves to hear that. Oh, that's good. Yep, the big old Corvette is hanging right in between his two little twin beds. That's kind of funny. It's been there for a while now. This frame has been sitting down here, but today I'm like, oh, I need a frame, and I'm like, oh, Charlie's truck will work. Okay, so let me show you what we're doing. So I have this fun little canvas. I buy these at that craft store. You can buy the stretched ones as well. I just personally am not a fan. It's a personal preference. You can either buy stretched canvases or the canvases are mounted on, a piece of cardboard. It's a little thicker than cardboard. I like these ones because I like the framed look. That's what I don't like about stretched canvases. I don't like the raw edges of a stretched canvas. So that's why I like these flat panels. But it's a personal preference. Some people like the other one. So what I did was first I put Mod Podge on the canvas, and then I put my map over it, and then I put Mod Podge over the top of it. So it is very slick because my map was not very thick paper. It's not like a cardstock, because you can totally chalk on paper. That's the other thing that's amazing about chalk products, is you can chalk on pretty much anything. Paper, wood, chalkboards, glass, galvanized metal, ceramics, you name it, you can pretty much chalk on it. The key is how smooth is the surface. The smoother it is, the easier it is to chalk on it. The one surface I try to tell people to avoid is like super, ridged. You want it to be relatively flat. Okay, so we're going to take this really fun little map, and we're going to stick our Let's Get Lost in the middle of it. Now, this is a map of Wisconsin, which is where I happen to live. If you want to know exactly where I live right there, pretty much. I'm in a suburb of Milwaukee. So this is where Milwaukee is. My dad lives up here, somewhere up here. This is where my dad lives. So when I'm gonna get lost, I get lost in between here. Up here is where I get lost. Unfortunately, I wanted to put a little heart on where my dad lives, but I can't do that because my globe is gonna be in the middle of it. So we're gonna just have to get creative. The other thing I thought is I pulled out a couple of other transfers. Some of them are retired, so I'm going to apologize in advance for the fact that some of them are retired. This is an old, the bicycle part is upside down. This is an old bicycle transfer that says enjoy the journey, which I thought would kind of be fun on the top. This is a current transfer. It says born to Rome with a canteen. We could skip the canteen, but we could put born to Rome. I think this one's too small. This transfer is the current version of the bicycle one, and this one says better together, and I think that would be super cute too. If we just put better together, let's get lost. That might be, or we put better together on the bottom. And then we have our faithful compass and explore transfer that we used the last time we did this. So those are some of the ideas I have. Oh, and this one I have. This is if anybody wants this one, I have a bunch of these. This is a very old, that's where that is. It's a very old retired transfer. This is the very first transfer I ever layered with. Yeah, it was fun. I should have watched a few videos before I attempted to layer all by myself. It's not as hard as I make it sound, but I did not know what I was doing. But it's a hot air balloon that has all kinds of fun pieces to it, and it says life is a beautiful ride. I think that's too many. Yep. I think our best choices are either enjoy the journey, you know, our globe, and enjoy the journey, and we could even put it off to the side, which you can't see because my big old head is in the way. Or we could do better together, and we could even do the hearts. So, or we can just do the globe. That's where I'm going. So that's our project for the evening. For colors, I was thinking a couple different ones. I like the color of the map. So I don't want to compete with the color. So I had a couple thoughts. I thought we could do good old Cadet, which is a very nice, very pretty navy blue. But I also thought Current Jam. Current Jam kind of goes with the colors of, I'm assuming those are highways. Okay, I'm gonna, embarrass myself with my map skills, but yes, those are highways, expressways. So we could do Current Jam, and then I also thought we could do the globe stand in gold shimmer. I think these two colors will complement the map itself. But we could do these two colors as well, the Cadet and the gold shimmer. Nevada Nicole says she likes it just by itself. Okay. Then we're gonna just center it in the middle of and hope it doesn't look like it's floating. Now, when you're gonna chalk on paper, whether you've used Mod Podge or not, you do wanna fuzz your surface or your transfer. Fuzzing is an important step because it softens the adhesive on the back of your transfer. So you flip your transfer over. Oh, let's back up a sec, sorry. This is what a Chalk Couture silkscreen reusable, what's the word, what are the words? This is reusable, adhesive, reusable, I don't know. You know what I mean. This is what a transfer looks like. The teal part is sticky, and the white part is actually the color of the backer sheet on the other side. It's a silk screen, a mesh silk screen, and that's how you get your clean, crisp results every time when you use it. So see, there's a silk screen inside of here. So it's not just a vinyl, it's not a stencil. It's called a transfer for a reason. It is truly not a stencil. Okay, Terry is agreeing with Nicole. We're doing Current Jam and Gold. I know, we don't usually use a lot of color, so I thought it would be kind of cool to maybe, throw a little color on here. I think it'll look good. We're gonna find out. And the Mod Podge, I'm not sure if Mod Podge would make it washable or not. I'm not really sure. We're gonna find out. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your transfer and you're gonna lay it face down. This white piece of paper is called a backer sheet. It's super important because it's like sticker paper and it's what you're going to store your transfer on when we're all done. So it's an important piece of paper so that you keep it to store your transfer in later because again, they're reusable. So it's really, really, really important. So you're going to take your transfer and you're going to remove it from the backer. I like to do it face down and pull it. I prefer to do it that way versus doing it this way. The reason for that is I don't want my transfer to touch itself by folding in on itself, the sticky part touching the sticky part, because then when I go to pull it apart, I risk putting holes in my transfer. And when you do it this way, I find there's less likelihood of having that happen. So that is why I lay it face down. I take my backer sheet, I set it aside because when I'm all done, I'm going to stick it in my water bath. I'm going to rinse it with cold water, not hot water, cold water. I'm going to rinse it with cold water. I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to put it back on that backer sheet so that I can use it again. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fuzz it. Now I'm going to do full disclosure here because, you know, I am not a perfect crafter. I know, right? You're so shocked that I'm not a perfect crafter. I have chalked with Mod Podge before, and it did not go well. So way back when I was first doing canvases, this is when I met my friend Linda. I was told that you could Mod Podge a canvas, and that would help fill in the, you know, the crevices of a canvas, and you would have less likelihood of bleeding. Well, I did that on one of my first canvases, and what happened was when I pulled my transfer, I took the Mod Podge with it. So then I learned from my friend Linda, thank you Linda, I learned that you could use a product called Gesso on your canvases, and that would also prepare your canvas and fill in those the grooves of the canvas. So Linda introduced me to Gesso, and I gessoed my canvases. But then I learned that you could just simply take a sandpaper and lightly sand them, and that also worked. I'm not pushing it down very hard because again, this is paper, and I am a little worried that, you know, it's gonna come right off when we go to pull it off because it's a very thin paper, and I did just do this afternoon. So what I did to back up, I liked the Gesso, and it might be Gesso, I'm not sure how you say it, but I think it's Gesso. I did like it very much. My problem with it is I am not necessarily the most organized crafter in the world, and I would walk downstairs and want to go live on a canvas, and I didn't have any gessoed. Because you have to gesso them and leave them for 24 hours before you create on them. And I'm not that much of a planner, really, at the end of the day. I'm much more a wing it, live by the seat of my pants kind of person. So we are going to use I'm not sure why I have two current jams open, but I do. We're going to open up our Chalkology paste. Ugh, these are beautiful colors. First thing we're going to do is we're going to open up, oh, my gold is super, super full. I took 2 containers and I combined them, so it's more full than it normally would be. So you're going to open up your chalk paste and you're going to stir it. And you want it to be a yogurt sour cream like consistency. It's not paint. It truly is chalk. So you're just going to stir it up. Okay. This is the shimmer. And I hope you can see that. See how it has that shimmery sheen to it? It's very, very pretty. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do our stand. Let me go this way. Oh, you're going to come with me because you're sitting on my mat. There we go. We're going to do our stand in gold shimmer, and then we're going to do the globe in currant jam. If you can please, while we're doing this, if you can please hit this button and send me out into the world, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps me a ton when you do that, so thank you to everybody who takes the time to hit that button. It really does help me, so I very much appreciate it, so thank you. If you want to check out any of these products, you can go to www.chalkcouture.com/makingmaria. This is our Club Couture transfer. Club Couture is our monthly subscription service where once a month, like magic, a transfer arrives in the mail with 3 paste packets. This is this current month transfer. It changes every month. We never know what it's going to be. It's always a fun surprise. I have seen next month's transfer already. It's going to arrive in my box this week. That's coming. So they've changed how designers get the Club Couture. So now I have the potential to get it early, so we could actually like play with it before it comes. So I'm going to take my squeegee and I'm going to load it up with chalk paste. So I just dipped it in and put my chalk paste on here. And now I'm going to hold my squeegee straight up and down, and I'm just going to scrape it across my silk screen. I am not painting, so I am not dabbing. I am squeegeeing, so I'm scraping that chalk paste. Now what you'll notice right away about the shimmers compared to regular chalk paste is the shimmers are gritty, because obviously it has that shimmer component in it. So it just feels different when you chalk with it. They don't necessarily glide like the regular chalk paste do, and that's just because of the shimmer part. So don't be concerned or alarmed. Just, you know, you'll just notice a difference when you use it if you've used a regular chalk paste versus a shimmer. Okay, so we scrape all that off. Now I'm going to use a small squeegee and I'm going to dip it in my current jam. This is a gorgeous color. If you do not have current jam, it is beautiful, and it is a very popular color for the holiday season that's coming up. So if you don't have it, it's one you want to consider getting. Although I have to say, I'm really curious this week when my box gets here to see the there's a new color, a new in vogue color called crimson. So it's going to be a new red. We haven't had a new red in a long time. So I'm curious to see what that one's going to do, and we'll see if that gives our little friend Current Jam here a run for our money in the holiday season. So I'm just simply covering up my silk screen with all of my chalk paste. Now there's all kinds of fun things you can do with this month's Club Couture transfer. Obviously you could hot mess it and you can do all those things, and if you're a club member, those are the videos you got from corporate. That's why I've not done it that way, because you've already seen it done that way. Plus that's the beauty of it, right? You can totally have variety with it and make it any way you want. So now I'm going to carefully pull it off, and I'm going to hope it doesn't take the Mod Podge with it. I take this, I stick it in my water bath. I'm going to rinse it off with cool water. I'm going to let it dry. And when it's dry, I'm going to put it right back on that backer sheet. Okay, this is good color choices. And it totally worked. Oops. I did get a little bit of chalk there because it was on my finger. So now we're going to find out if it washes off. Let's find out. It does. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to dry it, because once it's dry, you'll be able to see the shimmer part. This is a lot of chalk paste, so you do have to give it a quick little dry. Just because otherwise, inevitably, if I move it around too much, I'm going to stick my finger in it. How you know your chalk paste is dry is it loses its sheen, other than obviously the shimmers. But your chalk paste, the finish of chalk paste is matte. So once it's dry, it's not shiny anymore, with the exception of the shimmers. I'm just talking regular chalk paste. It's a lot of chalk paste, so it takes a little bit longer to get it dry, just because it's a lot of paste. And voila, we are all done. So can you see how the gold shimmer is shiny? It has that sheen to it, and then we just have our Let's Get Lost. Okay, this is adorable. This is absolutely, we did a good job. We should be proud of us. I really like that through the letters you can see the map, and that's actually after I Mod Podged it all down and I got it all down. I thought it through again, and I thought, wouldn't it be cool to make it where just the letters had the map, but the rest of it was, you know, a background. But I love how in the letters you can see the map. So I think we might have to make it one more time, just because I want to try that. I'm curious, like what would it look like if just this was the map and the rest of it was not? I think that would be less busy and really get the whole let's get lost kind of point across. So Club Couture is super fun. If you are curious about the club, you can comment club and I will send you the link and the information. It's just like magic, $19.99. It's a really nice way if you've not chalked before, or if you're just starting to chalk, to kind of get start beginning your collection of transfers, because it's very inexpensive. You get 3 paste packets every month, and it's never going to be white, so you can always try different colors. So it kind of also gives you that, okay, which colors am I really going to love, which colors am I really going to have, that kind of thing. So it's a really nice way to, you know, kind of start slow and grow your stuff as you go. The other nice thing about them is most of the club transfers have an element to them that we can use for other things. So you've seen, in last week especially, we used Club Couture transfers. We've used elements of those transfers to make different projects. So there's lots and lots of ways. Hey Diane, what did you use for the board? Okay, so Diane, this is a canvas. It's one of those flat canvases that you buy at that craft store that has this brand. And then I Mod Podged the map onto it. So it's just a canvas. You could totally just use a piece of cardboard. I mean, I don't think you got to get all fancy. I just had the canvas, so I used it. But I like that we did the gold shimmer. See how the stand is shimmering? Okay, so then we're going to take them. Now these all dry. I'm going to stick them in the frame. Make sure I do this at the top. Stick my little guy back in here. And I'm going to flip it over so you can see it framed, because I think that's always what makes it look so finished. I don't have it in here all the way. And of course there's going to be a sheen now. And he's going to fall out because that's just how it's going to roll. So I guess I don't have a choice. I need to get him in here the right way. The canvas is kind of thick, so then I just use a little tool to help me. I love the canvases, Diane. I use them often because you can do the watercolor technique on them. I saw a really cute, cool technique that I think we're going to try called, not watercolor, stained glass on the canvases. I saw one of those this week. I thought that looked really cool to try on the canvases. I want to get that in my finger. There we go. All right, so we're getting this bad boy in here. He ain't coming out now, I can tell you that. He's in. Hello, Miss Jill. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so this is what he looks like on. Let's see if I can get it this way so you can see it. There we go. That's what he looks like in the frame. Closer, then you can see it better. Okay, that's all we got. So this is, again, another example of how you can use this month's Club Couture. If you have someone who loves adventure, the other thing I was thinking now that I have Mod Podged maps, because I've seen a lot of really cool things done with maps. Like I thought we could totally take one of our houses, right? Put the map on here and put the little heart, you know, wherever home was. Or, you know, how you've seen them where people had it. There's a new established transfer in the new catalog that I thought would kind of be fun. Have you seen them where people took like maps of where they met or where they lived or things like that, and they kind of made a collage out of them, and then there's this new established transfer that I think would be kind of fun with that. So I think there's a lot of fun we could be having with some maps going. Oops, I got chalk paste on here. Some maps going on. Now that we've Mod, right, I guess I might have to Mod Podge more often. Not a fan. All right, so this is our very fun project. This is Club Couture. If you have any questions, you can message me. You can check out all these products at www.chalkcouture.com/makingmaria. We used Gold Shimmer Chalk Paste. We used Current Jam and the Club Couture transfer. I already talked to you about this. If you can please do this, it helps me a ton, so thank you to everybody who did that. If you're not in the VIP group and you're ready to give Chalk a try, if you are ready to give Chalk a try, I will repost, or because I'm sure it's down pretty far now, I will repost in there what you need to do to get a mini kit. If you've never chalked before, it's your opportunity to just, hey, it really is as easy as she makes it look, so that you can give it a try. So I'll put that in the VIP group, but if you're not in the VIP group, you can come and add me, and I'll get you in that group. Last but not least, being a Chalk Couture independent designer is an amazing, amazing journey, because you can do so many different things with it. You can just create things and enjoy them. You can create things and sell them. You can teach classes. You can teach workshops. You can go live on Facebook. You can host Facebook parties. You can host in-house parties. You can host in-house workshops. I mean, I can go on and on about all the different ways that you can use Chalk Couture to either pay for your hobby, which is what I choose to do with it, or earn a little extra money, or, you know, have a living. So it's a great way to kind of learn about it. So if you're curious at all about being a designer, please feel free to either message me or comment curious, and I would be more than happy to send you the information. Nicole distracted me in the middle of what I was saying, couldn't you say? She said Mod Podge is better than glitter. Yes, Nicole, I agree. So much better than glitter. I mean, like on the scale of 1 to 10, glitter is like a negative 5 million. No, okay, not that bad. And Mod Podge is only, you know, like a 4. So my problem with Mod Podge is I just simply have not used it very much. So I'm not always comfortable using it because I don't always know. Like, you should have seen me this afternoon trying to figure out how to get this map stuck to the canvas. It was entertaining. I should have probably gone live. You could all told me how to do it because I'm sure you all know. But I am rambling. So thank you so much for watching me. I do make a live demonstration video every evening at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. So come on back. And I will be back at you tomorrow night. Thanks, guys. I hope you have a fantastic Monday. Make it a good one. See ya.